ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency, thank you very much for being here with us today. Welcome to the Greek press conference. Last year, after WTM, after a successful year of Greece, I was assigned with a single goal: overpass the German market. You want to know if I succeed my goal? Please welcome Minister Vasilis Kikilias, Minister of Tourism for Greece, and you will find out.
Eleni, I think the podium is such of an average human being. Okay, fine, I understand. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, dear colleagues, very, very honored to be here in London and in our fair for the second consecutive year. I do understand and acknowledge that it wasn't easy for anybody of us. Suddenly the world has changed or is changing. We have consecutive crises, an unstable environment. We used to wear masks last year and the year before. I'm truly happy to see everybody here, the industry bouncing back, and of course, very, very honored that a big part of that equation is, of course, Greece. And thus, I want to remind you that not many months ago, we were talking about the pandemic, we were talking about, unfortunately, a war in the heart of Europe after 80 years. We were talking about inflation in double digits, an energy crisis. For us Greeks, of course, the challenge of the Greek-Turkish relationships, well, maybe even jellyfish in the Greek seas. I think that 2022 had it all, but it also had goals. So the goals were set for a surplus of 80% of 2019, our record year, in terms of revenues and of volume. And it's more than obvious that we have surpassed this goal already, and especially in terms of revenues, it seems like we will reach, if not surpass, 100% of 2019, and that is a huge accomplishment within the crisis. And I want to deeply thank, from the bottom of my heart, all the people from the private sector and the public sector, GNTO, Marketing Greece, SETE, POX, EOT, the people from the industry, the people from the private sector, from the commerce in Greece, from the real estate industry, the hundreds of thousands of workers in the field of tourism, and of course, all the professionals here in London and Great Britain for the great support. Well, 3 million Brits visited Greece this year. It's an unbelievable number. So thank you, London, thank you, Great Britain, for such a support. They've been coming back again and again to Greece, but this was a record year for Great Britain. Number one, top shelf, and we're very, very happy to be able to talk about that. And of course, an extra thanks and congratulations to GNTO for this amazing stand that we have to offer here, and a special thanks I've been doing it in every country that I visit to Hellenic, who represents GNTO here, for the great work. It's essential for us to show the way we're linked with you. The Greeks have been doing it since centuries. The Greek hospitality is unique. Of course, there are new trends that I will talk to you about this year. Sustainability is number one. But please bear in mind that the way we feel in our hearts and in our soul, that we want to host travelers, foreigners, strangers, to our homes, to our hotels, to our resorts, to our country, and feed them, and give them something to drink, and shelter them, give them a bed to sleep, and then off they go. This is the heart and the soul and the DNA of the Greeks. And this is, nobody can copy it, it's unique. That's why we talk in Greece about a unique touristic experience. It has been proved in 2022 in difficult times, and of course we're very eager to prove it again in 2023. Now, together with that and with all the initial data, why sustainability is a key factor of our strategy for the years to come and, of course, for 2023. First of all, we truly, really believe in it. It's not just a trend. Yes, until 2022, security was the main mean of a family, of a traveler, of an individual, of a nomad, of a pensioner in order to travel. Unstable environment, a lot of uncertainties. I think the way we rebranded the country as a safe destination, dealing with the first waves of the pandemic, we proved ourselves right, and now it's more than obvious that everybody talks in such a way for the Greek administration, but also for the Greek private sector, and this is through this huge crisis of public health and all the global disaster. This is a very strong and powerful message for us. But not only that. In terms of communication, we believe in low carbon emission. We believe in the environment. We believe in the human species. We believe in the planet. We believe on what we generate and what we create and what we are going to let back for our children and the generations to come. So green and blue economy, eco-friendly, friendly to the environment. We have already started with that. Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis himself had a vision about eco-islands, Greco islands. What has happened in small islands in Greece like Chalki and Astipalea with renewable energy, with a way that we try to protect the environment and blend in technologies of the future is unique. Then the torch is taken from there to Rhodos, and what you're going to hear a little bit later on with CoLab, together with the region of Southeast Aegean and Mediterranean, and of course TUI, and other significant policies that we will implement in terms of giving the opportunity to global travel to actually be proud of Greece like he already is and travel to Greece. Now, since I'm talking about global travelers, infrastructures, public infrastructures and private infrastructures are essential. So the Greek administration is working strongly with the private sector. So I want to thank SETE and the private sector for the hard and strong work and cooperation, and through that there was a big research about what infrastructures, what key locations, which ones out of the 128 inhabited islands or the mainland we need to support in private investments. Guys, you see it. Come on, everybody's in Greece. Hyatt, Mandarin, Six Senses, One and Only, Marriott, Accor, W. Brown, all the big brands of the world are investing in resorts and hotels in Greece. This is a huge vote of confidence, but in terms of the Greek administration, the public sector, it's obvious that we need to do also investments in the public infrastructures in order to be able to upgrade our product and have sustainability written in big names in front of the country. This is what we're doing. It's something essential, it's something important, it's something we believe in. So, sustainable tourism in terms of communication, sustainable tourism in terms of investment, sustainable tourism in terms of how and what we do to respect the traveler, to respect the tourist, to respect the foreigner, and to show gratitude, because this is 25% of our GDP in Greece. It's €1 out of €4 to the Greek economy. It's something very, very big, since it involves all the sectors that I talked to you about. And we were very honored and we're very, very proud to be here among you after all these difficulties and say that yes, we offered quality vacations and quality travel to foreigners, travelers and tourists from all over the globe coming to Greece, and of course to the Brits. I've lived here, I love the country, I love the special temperament and the personality, and I think, dear friends, you've seen it in Greece, either in the mainland or in the islands or wherever you visited. You're very, very welcome in our country. We're happy to have you in 2022, and of course, we're very, very eager to have you in 2023. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. If there are any questions, if there are any questions from the audience or from the press, this is the moment now. We're going to have the chance to have a panel discussion, of course, but this is the moment that you have for the minister.
Minister, this is John Farakis from All About Shipping. Your Secretary General gave a monumental delivery speech at the 96th Propeller Club annual event in Greece, stressing the maritime tourism and Greece as a hub and beyond that. How you intend from the annual budget to give more money to the islands for marinas and infrastructure?
Well, first of all, thank you for the question. We have 16,500 miles of maritime borders. And of course, a strategic plus in terms of ports, of marinas and of cities that are close to the sea. There are 350 billion euro, out of that more than 140 million euro through the RRF, the Resilience Fund, and of course ESPA and the national budget that is going to go in tenders that have to do with marinas, with ports, and I'm very, very happy for the question because I think that this is a growing industry within the industry. We should put a proper framework into it, and we should welcome everybody and anybody that has a dream to take his sailing boat or his yacht or rent a sailing boat or a little boat and travel around along the Greek islands and live this unique experience that I'm talking about. This press that came out of EOT this year about Otto traveling to Greece and never want to leave is reality. You can ask your friends, you can ask the people that have traveled to the country. Once you visit Greece, you never want to leave or you want to come back.
Thank you. Is there another question? Yes, please. If you could also state the media you're representing.
Okay, Chris Maffidon, City Standard. I just wanted to find out, historically, Greece gave us science, technology, and background. What is your strategy in encouraging educational tours so that students can come and spend 2 weeks, 10 days studying things that you can find in other countries? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. You told me previously that you are a professor. Well, education, the way we educate our children, our students, all students around the world is a key essence of our future. So culture and tourism, together with education, stand as one in Greece. You know about the numerous monuments, you know about the great museums, you know of the way this is blended together. You also know about the big challenge that Greek tourism, European tourism, and global tourism faces in terms of labor. So the way we educate new generations, especially the ones that want to be involved in the sector, is key to the future of the sector. It hasn't been easy because of the pandemic. There are people working in the sector was closed, they had to go somewhere else, find job opportunities, and that was fair and we understand that. And now we're working together, public sector and private sector, to see pull factors, to be able to attract them back, but also prove to the new generations, to the people ahead, that there are excellent job opportunities, quality job descripted, that pay well in Greece, and they can give big revenues and they can give a future into the next generation. So this is a target of ours. It is not easy, of course, but it's doable, and we're working all together in terms of that.
Thank you. If there are no other questions coming from the audience, I would like to ask, one more.
One last question from a lady.
Okay.
Yes, Minister. I'm Bulgarian. And naturally, I would ask you, for many, many years, we have been talking about united programs between Bulgaria and Greece. And last year when I was here, you were wearing a mask. Now I'm seeing all of you. Since it shows that tourism is reviving really, do you think in the end on your side, you might consider to do something with Bulgaria and have a joint program that is going to increase the experience of people that are coming for the first time in our region?
Well, first of all, it's and to end with this question, this is very noble from your side, because it doesn't mean anything who you are or where you come from. You believe in the sector, you're a neighboring country, and you're asking this from us. Thank you very, very much for the approach. Back in the days where I didn't have gray hair and I was younger, I was a professional basketball player. It was a team sport. And I do and we do believe in a team game. So in a team effort. Actually, the pandemic itself was a tryout to see if we can all work together and do better together. It doesn't seem, though, that this is happening nowadays. A lot of challenges, unfortunately, once again, a war in the heart of Europe, a lot of problems, but once again, thank you for the positive and very warm gesture, and I will be discussing it with the GNTO and with the rest of the administration, and maybe we'll find a way to do it together, and of course with other neighboring countries. I do not believe that we have anything to divide. On the contrary, we got a region, the Balkans and the Mediterranean, and a tradition that we have to support, and maybe we can even do it in a better way together. Thank you very much.
Thank you all.